Hello, my name is Milton. I'm president of United Way of Metropolitan Atlanta. Who among us has not felt the sting of this economic collapse? Hundreds of thousands of us all across the metro Atlanta region in the last year have lost jobs, have lost our homes, have lost every sense of economic security. You know, some people are arguing that this is going to be the most difficult United Way campaign ever. But it's also argued that it's going to be the most important. The most difficult because so many people are feeling that they don't have the ability to give this year because of their own circumstances or the circumstances of their friends and families who are now dependent on them for the things that we all take for granted. Making sure there's a place for them to stay, making sure there's food on the table, making sure kids can continue to go to school and be successful there. People are depending on neighbors and friends to do that. Some of them United Way donors. But that also means it's the most important because hundreds of thousands of people all across metropolitan Atlanta are in desperate situations. The fragile economic floor that they were living on fell apart, and now they are in places where none of us would ever expect that they'd wind up. In homeless shelters, on unemployment lines, in food pantries, looking for things that all of us used to be able to take for granted. In an environment like this, when the needs are so great, some donors don't think they can do much. But let me tell you, a donation the size of the cost of a cup of coffee each week can make a powerful difference for those families, those individuals in need. Each one of us can do a little. And when together those little bits of contribution are assembled in a United Way campaign, it adds up to a big number. And a big number adds up to a big difference that all of us will make on behalf of those families in need. So I ask all of you to put those shoulders to the grindstone, to stand up and be counted when the United Way campaign comes to you. Give as generously as you can, and when you think you've given all you can, give a little bit more. That incremental gift is going to make the most difference it has ever made in this year, the most difficult but most important campaign of United Way of Metropolitan Atlanta's history. I thank you in advance for all you'll do to be a part of this campaign, to help us be successful.